Good morning, dear students. I am teaching chapter 11 and name of the chapter 11 is the force and pressure. And yesterday we discussed about the force. What is force? And I have given some examples of the force. So you know that force is called push or pull is called the force. Push or pull is called the force. And I have given some examples of force, and then I told you force is the interaction between two bodies. Force is the interaction between two bodies. And now I will discuss about the effects of force from chapter 11. Next topic is the effects of force. So I am teaching chapter 11 and name of the chapter 11 is the force and pressure. Force and pressure. In this, I will discuss about the effects of force. What is the effects of force? Effects of force. Effects of force. What is the effects of force? You know that by effect of force, we mean what force can do or what changes a force can bring about. Obviously, if force mean that what forces can do, if we will apply some kind of force to any object, then obviously it will take some changes. Obviously, it will take some kind of changes, and that change will lead to in a desired direction. So force can cause motion in a stationary object. First one is the force can cause motion in a stationary object. If any stationary object is there, then it will cause motion. It will cause motion in the stationary object. So force can cause motion in a stationary object, because if any object is there and when you apply some kind of force, then it will lead some kind of motion. So force can cause motion in a stationary object, and when a force is applied on a stationary object, it can make it move. And for example, if you push a book table, and if you push a book that is placed on the table, then it starts moving when you pull a chair, and it starts moving when you push a hand cart. It starts moving. So you know that when you apply some kind of force, then it will lead to motion. So force can cause motion in a stationary object, and it is not necessary that a force always make a stationary body move. For example, if you try to push the wall of your classroom, this is a wall. If you try to push, you can't. It will not move. For that matter, even if all the boys in your class push the wall, it will also not move. If I will do this one, then also it will not move. If all the boys together, they will apply the force on the wall, obviously wall will not move. It will not go anywhere, means movement is not there, and it will not move. The reason is that the force applied by the all of you is not sufficient to move the wall, because which force you are applying, that is not sufficient to move the wall. So this is the effects of force. So first effect is the force can cause motion in a stationary object. Force can cause motion in a stationary object. If any stationary object is there and when you apply the force, then it will cause motion in a stationary object. So first effect of force is the motion. Force can cause motion in a stationary object. Now second one is the force can stop the moving objects or slow them down. So second one is the force can cause moving objects or force can stop the moving objects or so second one is the force can stop the moving objects or slow them down. It can moving object stop or slow them down. Slow them down. Second effect is the effects of force. It can stop moving objects or slow them. So second effect of the force is the it can stop or slow them down. Imagine your friend is riding a bicycle, and if you will pull his bicycle from behind, then it slows down. It means that if you apply a kind of force in the direction opposite to the direction of the moving body, the body slows down. When you will pull, then what is the object is there? It will slow down. When you apply force or when you will pull, then it can objects slow. Similarly, if we apply brakes to a moving vehicles or moving bicycles, then it first slows down, then it will stop. We ourselves have to apply force to stop our bodies while running, and a cricket ball is stopped by a player by applying a force in the direction opposite to that of the ball. From the above examples I have given to you, and from the above examples it is clear that force may stop a moving object or may reduce the speed of the moving body. You know that first I discussed effects of force. First one is the it can